So this is kind of going to be an Elaine day. I'm going to do like 3 or 4 of the things that Elaine had sent, the wonderful, wonderful things that Elaine had sent. So this one's going to be about the Dermalogica Daily Microfoliant, and I'd actually seen this in one of her skincare videos that she'd done quite a few months ago when I asked her about it, because you know I do have very, very sensitive skin. Wasn't always that way, but it certainly has been for the last I would say 7 or 8 years. It's really, you know, I think our body and our skin goes into different cycles in life, and it's certainly snapped into a much more sensitive, reactive type of skin, whereas beforehand my skin was so resilient. I mean, honestly, I could take just, you know, a bar soap and wash my face with it and would look fabulous. So my skin has definitely changed, and when I do exfoliate, I sort of use an enzyme exfoliator, and not one of those with a lot of granules or particles in it. I just found the enzyme gel does a great job. Well, the particular one that I use, the Viva, is phenomenal with sloughing off dead skin. Amazing. And so I've just sort of stuck with that. Or again, the Clarisonic, which I only use once a day. My skin is a bit too sensitive to use twice a day. So I asked her about this, and when she showed it, and again, I will maybe show the pictures of what this actually looks like on my blog so you get a real good idea, because I thought it was granules, because when I hear microfoliant, I just kind of think, you know, it's like a granule sort of thing, but it's not. It's sort of a rice-based powder that you feel a little bit, but when you mix it with water, it really turns more, not into really a paste. I don't quite know how to describe it, but, and of course the more water you add, the less harsh it's going to be, if harsh is even a word, because it's really not harsh at all. It's fantastic, and you know, it is gentle enough to use every single day if you wanted to, and I'm not used to exfoliating every single day, but with this product I would be able to. It's amazing. It has excuse me. Let me read here. It's got grapefruit and licorice for skin pigmentation, because licorice is great for hyperpigmentation, and I do hyperpigment. I mean, that's the one sort of downside with being Asian, even though, I mean, my personal theory is, you know, we'll look young for our age for, you know, ever, and then overnight, 100 years. We just age 100 years overnight. It goes from like, wow, you're so youthful looking, to like, holy crap, you look like Gollum. I mean, it's just that way. So I don't know when my date is gonna show up. I'm hoping in my, you know, 70s, 80s, but who knows. So I think that's sort of the trade-off. As my best friend says, it's like one day you just wake up looking like a man, and that may happen. You know, I just find with us, we have a particular problem with hyperpigmentation. We're really quite reactive to the sun, and I'm certainly testament to that, or a testimony to that. So even though we don't necessarily get a lot of wrinkles and crow's feet and things like that, we do have a lot of sunspots and hyperpigmentation. So the licorice is great for that. And it is, like I said, a rice-based powder, and it's got, I don't know what papain is, but it's got salicylic acid. So, you know, it's definitely sort of more of an acid base, but it's not in some ways, because it comes in a powder. I'm not quite sure exactly what this is, but it's fantastic. It's kind of nothing that I've ever tried, because again, I've either tried the gel enzyme or the particle ones or straight acid exfoliators. So to have something that's sort of a powder with salicylic acid is kind of different for me. Very, very gentle. And it just really, your skin just looks glowing afterwards. It wasn't necessarily, you know, with my SkinCeutical stuff, that was just like, I'm going to do a thing about it on my blog, because if anybody ever asks what's the one thing, it is that SkinCeuticals, and that is an immediate wow. You look at your skin and you're just like, hello? Glowing, I mean literally glowing, natural highlights all over the place. I didn't notice that kind of crazy reaction, but I just loved it. I loved how you can sort of dole it out each time to your specification, how you like it, how the change of The water will make it even sort of hard, even sort of softer for you, so you can control it. You know, hello, control freak, type A. I like things that you can control, so I can control the amount and the consistency of it. It is definitely gentle enough to use every single day. Does it have a fragrance? I wouldn't call that a fragrance. It's just the product. There's a tiny bit of a kind of not a soapy, but nothing nothing that puts me off at all. Not perfumey at all. So that's a really, really good thing. It actually smells quite fresh. I don't know, maybe even citrusy. Well, yeah, you know what? The grapefruit. It's not like, I don't think they meant to put a fragrance in it. So whatever it is that you're smelling are the ingredients, and it's very pleasant. There is that tiny bit of citrus from the grapefruit, but it smells very clean and fresh. I'm not quite sure if it's pricey or not, because again, Elaine sent it to me as a gift or as a swap, and but I would thoroughly recommend this. This is a fantastic product. I have tried one other thing from Dermalogica, and it was their eye creams, and I quite liked that. It didn't beat out my Shiseido, but I quite liked it. It was something that I used up completely and actually bought for a second time. And, you know, with this amount, if it is a little bit on the pricey side, because, you know, I know Elaine loves her goodies, so it may very well be, but my gosh, would that last you forever? I mean, it's up to here, and literally you use, what did they say, half a teaspoon. So if you can imagine, like half a teaspoon, it's just a tiny amount, and you get all of that. This will last you for a really long time. So, love it. Love it. And, you know, if you know of this, if you already use this, definitely let me know, leave a comment. And if you do try it, perhaps there are places where you can get a sample of it. That would, you know, I always encourage everyone to try samples. It doesn't hurt at all. And if, I'll tell you something, if I get attitude for asking for a sample, then I don't want to buy your product. You know, I think people should have enough faith in their product to want to give you a sample. It's almost like, you know, they're your pusher, right? It's like, try it, I know you'll love it. That's the mark of a really good company and a really good product, is that they want you to try their stuff because they know you will love it and be back for more. So to me, it's always a good gauge. Whenever I'm at a counter and I get a bit of the tude and the whole, no, we don't have any. Yes, I know you do have them. Hello. All companies have them. So, yeah, if you can get a sample, fantastic. It's definitely worth it to try, for sure. Hopefully, you know, with skincare products, everyone is different and you can have a reaction. Again, I have very dry, dehydrated, and sensitive skin, and this is totally gentle enough for me to use on a regular basis. So, hope you found that useful or helpful, and thank you so much, Elaine.